welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome. And this is my take 2 for this video. First time I did it, the weather's great, but the lighting was horrible. I think the sun was rising because I filmed in the early morning. Did not work, and I did 2 videos that day. They're all gone to the trash and I have to redo everything. Anyway, I decided to redo this one because this is already an overdue video when I filmed it last week, so I feel like I'd better get my hands on it and just get it done so you guys can have this ASAP. It's to review my current tinted sunscreens. I do have a video that I filmed pretty much last year or a little bit more than that. It's all about a lot of tinted sunscreen at the time. I have decluttered some gone expire, some didn't work well, I didn't like it for whatever the reasons, and there's only a couple that I purchased since then or I've received since then. We're going to talk about everything that I have today and rank them, and in between all of them I've got 2 that you guys asked the most, which is New Day Skin Sunscreen versus the McoBeauty Mineral Tinted Sunscreen. We're going to go into details about these 2 today, so don't worry. If you do enjoy sunscreen reviews, skincare reviews, makeup, and opening event calendars during the Christmas time, don't forget to check other videos on my channel and maybe consider subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and also turn on notification bell. Everything was in random order, but you know, all the usuals. We're going to go from my least favorite first, which is something that I never reviewed before. It's a new product, relatively new. I received it in the advent calendar box, so it's like we're in September, so 9 months plus. This is the brand Winky Zinc. I've got in the either shade is 10 or it's like a tanning product, but it also has SPF. It's a natural zinc tinted base SPF 30. This is a 25 gram. So the first problem is when you push it out, it's like that. When you try to apply it, it goes back. Like, it's not very easy. So I have to keep my finger on the other end so I can start dabbing it onto my face. And dabbing, I feel like, is the only way of doing it, because if you slide, it's quite hard. And the color it comes, it's definitely like a tanning. It's a bit of those orange, red, tannish color, which is not my shade. So I don't know if it's more for people doing a tempura tan with a bit of SPF, or it's to do with other things. I can't make this work, not just the shade, but also it feels like it's having mud painted on my face. I cannot breathe. It's very, very heavy. So I was unable to do a whole day wear test. You want to try it with makeup because I just don't think it's gonna work. I'm very glad that I received this one, that I did not purchase, because it might be attempted to me from time to time, but I surely did not like this one. And I cannot tell how, like, the percentage of that zinc oxide. It is the first ingredient on their ingredient list, and then followed by avocado oil, but I don't know how much it contains in here. So that's absolutely no-no. Luckily, the good thing about this one is not wildly easy access here, even here in Australia, I think. So if you don't hear, or you know, that's good. If you ever happen to see this one, please think about me, that I really disliking this. And came in number 4th place is this Invisible Zinc Tinted Daywear Mineral Shield SPF 30 in the shade Light. This is a broad spectrum UVA UV protection. It says it's a moisturizer and it protects the suns, containing natural zinc oxide shield. We have 18% zinc oxide. The thing with this one, it's the shade first. I've used to have light and medium. I've already tossed the medium because light is working slightly better for me, but yet it's still quite dark. So I guess it's not super fair skin friendly. But I did a review side by side, this one versus the Paula's Choice Tinted Sunscreen SPF 30, so you can check the detailed review from that video. I'll leave it somewhere here. I do really enjoyed it, and it was in my top favorite, but you can tell it's my number 4th now, so I just had so many good ones I need to talk about. The thing I like about this one is the coverage is pretty good. So on the back it says a 3-in-1 sunscreen, moisturizer, and foundation. I do think it does all 3. The only downside, it's because it's doing all 3, so it's not very breathable. It's a little bit of a heavy, it's a little bit moussey texture. You gotta make sure you have a nice even layer, get it all set before you go to the next stage. Otherwise, it can be quite greasy, and over time, I think past the 6 hours mark, it starts to get sliding around the hairline, which happens to the Paula's Choice in, well, on my face at least as well. So I don't think it's definitely like a disadvantage point, but if you compare to the ones I'm about to mention, then the ones I'm about to talk about are actually working better. Price-wise, this is not super affordable. We got 50-gram cream here. I think retail price maybe around, I'll say $20 to $30, but you can easily get it under $20 when it's on sale. So I will not repurchase this one once I finish this, unfortunately. And then moving into 3, 2, 1, which is top 3, they have no particular order. But because I'm gonna compare the McoBeauty Mineral One versus the New Day Skin, sorry, it's been cloudy outside. So if you see me, the shade slightly different, that's what happened. If you don't, then great. Because of that reason, I will talk about McoBeauty SPF 50 Plus Invisible Sunscreen, the chemical one first. This is also a 3-in-1. It's a primer, moisturizer, it's an SPF with a skin plumping vegan collagen. I think the vegan collagen part, it might be a bit of marketing, but it's always good to have it in your product, right? We've got 75 ml here. It's got a nice pump bottle. It's orange for the chemical one and it's pink for the mineral one, just in case you're wondering. Everything else of the packaging is exactly the same. This is definitely a lot more fluidy sort of texture. Definitely, I think, among everything I've got here, is the most lightweight liquid sort of texture in the Tinted Sunscreen version. And because of that, the feeling on the face is actually very breathable. If you're someone who hates anything sort of block the pores or feel like it's hard to breathe, you definitely do give this one a go. However, if you have sensitive skins, you might want to go for mineral ones, then you're gonna have to wait for the next two. The thing I like about this is how lightweight it is. It works well just by itself. It also works well with makeup if you wish. I can use as a foundation or as a tinted primer. I can just use a coverage powder on top of it, maybe with a bit of color as well to neutralize or get into a desired color match that I prefer. But wearing it by itself is very good to go. You know, a lot of the light sheer foundation these days are calling them tinted moisturizer. This is definitely one of those. And the price wise is around $35, I believe, without the sale, but you can easily get it again under $20 if it's on sale. So in that sense, it's good. Moving on to the next two is also the key main characters here for today. I've actually been wearing both of these on my face, but I'll show you the clips. But can you tell which side is New Day Skin, which side is McoBeauty? So what I did today with my face is apply the sunscreen on, and then I used my concealers to cover pretty much just mainly my under eye areas and a couple of blemishes, and then I did my brow. Right before the video, I did a tiny eyeliner, you probably can't tell. So that's all I've had today, and lipsticks obviously. It is definitely not one of those flawless day compared to when I have a full-on makeup, because I have no complexion or eyeshadows on, but you can see it's definitely better than on the video clips before I applying it. It definitely evens out the skin tone. It looks very natural in the real time in front of the mirror. And I was out for spots and it just fine. There was no irritation that I've noticed. I wasn't feeling itchy. There's no wearing off. There's no patchiness. Both face, they're working perfectly. And you can't even see a shade of differences. They're all looking very similar. McoBeauty and the New Day Skin, they're both having SPF 50. This one is a 50, this one is a 50 plus, so it's a little bit better. Both are mineral sunscreens. We have 100 ml here versus 75 grams. So looking at the unit they're using, this is a more fluidy sort of texture, and hence this is a little bit more cream thick when I first applied it onto my face. And the key active ingredient here is zinc oxide. We have both the same 22.75%, and both also contain sodium benzoate, if that's something you're wondering. They're both made in Australia. We've got a pump bottle here, we got a squeezing bottle, and also for the price, the New Day Skin one retail for $29.95 for 100 ml, where the McoBeauty retail for $34.99, 75 grams. So if they're both on retail price, New Day Skin's a bit cheaper. But if McoBeauty is on sale, then they're pretty much the same price. However, New Day Skin, you need to get two to get a free shipping. So it really comes down to your personal preferences. If you want an easy access, then McoBeauty. If you want to grab a bargain when it's on sale, maybe McoBeauty. If you like the light fluidy texture, then it's a New Day Skin. Back to the foundation, back to the sunscreen. The New Day Skin got 2 bottles, which are exactly the same ingredient but with different scent. We have fresh apple over here and creamy vanilla. It depends on your preferences, and I've mentioned it when I reviewed this. My sister actually liked the scent, but that's when she was a few years back. Now she might be more enjoying a fragrance free, or she really doesn't care. But if you're someone loving it, or your kids like one scent in particular, these will get them started a lot easier. And because it's more liquid fluidy, I feel you rub less harshly on their face and easy to get an even sort of layer on. Where the McoBeauty is definitely taking its time, but once you blend out and give a couple minutes to set, the shine will go away. Like, you can see the shine that I've got now. It's more than perfect. It's even better than some of the foundation days when I'd have to worry about the oil coming through, but this sunscreen is really good. The McoBeauty one is also saying it's a mattifying sunscreen. I don't think it's full matte. If you ask me one sunscreen that's fully matte, you know my answer is the Cancer Console CC Pink Invisible Matte Sunscreen, the non-tinted version. The tinted one is already gone by now because I hated that one. In conclusion, the sun is going down completely. I can see myself so much darker now. But what I'm trying to say is the final finished look on the face are exactly the same. Both of these are mineral sunscreen. They all contain a minimum of SPF 50, UVA, UVB, and same concentration of the mineral ingredient. The price-wise are slightly different, depends on the time of purchase, and the design is slightly different, but they're all workable. Size slightly different, and that goes back to the price, depends on whether when they're on sale or not. I guess it really comes down to which one you want to try, which one do you prefer. The only difference probably is the scent. This is a fragrance-free version where these two have 2 options. We got vanilla and apple to choose from. I can see myself repurchase both of these in the near future, but do I really need to repurchase since I'm always reviewing sunscreens? Probably I don't have to, but if I got a choice and I have no other sunscreens, these two are the tinted version that I will gravitate, as well as the mineral one from McoBeauty, because I don't have sensitive skin and it works well with the mineral sunscreen on my face. And that is everything for today's video. I hope that comparison and a current sort of ranking and review give you a bit of an idea of what I like most recently and what's currently in my tinted sunscreen collection. I'll try to do this update at least 6 months or yearly, so there's always a constant new version of it, and you can always see if my top 1 favorite is still top 1, where like the Invisible Zinc used to be so high up in my top favorite, now they're moved down to the bottom. And that is all for today. I hope you guys had a great time watching this. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribe down below. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe and stay positive, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!